which is the learning activity.
Yeah.
So I'll just go through first the structure of these so you understand what you're looking at. So the first one is the green one, the request for quotation. So it comes with some details at the top.
Yeah.
And it comes with a whole series of plants. So these details are what the project is. This is what the client wants. These are the plants they want. And then the third box is some important notes. Now these are the terms and conditions I was talking about before, so we're not going to look at these today. Okay? So that's the structure of request for quotation.
Yeah.
The blue document that you have, the quotation template, is what you'll be working on. And if you look at it, it comes with the project details up the top. It says project name, so on and so forth. It comes with how to fill out the quotation template, which we'll go through together, and it has a cost of the project at the end. So this is a document we'll be working on. So it's a typical template for landscape design. Okay. So the next one is the orange one. This is your plant price list. Andreessen's Green is a typical nursery that landscape designers go to all the time. This is their 2019 price list. Okay. So if you go to page 3, you'll see that up the top it says tube stock to 400 mils. That's the size of different pots. So a 50 mil or a tube stock is like a 50 mil pot, it's tiny. 400 mils like a bigger pot. So this title here tells you the range of pot sizes it's looking at. So on this price list it has the different sizes, so 50, 75 all the way to 400. It has the plant names, they're all in alphabetical order. So from Abelia all the way to Ultimambera. And it has the cost of the prices, the prices of the plants. So they're all the different prices. If it's blank, it means that Andreessen's don't have that particular thing.
Right.
Okay? And so with your plant price list, if you go to page 13, you'll see that the range changes. See now it says 45 litre up to 1,000 litre. 45 litre pots are this big. 1,000 litres are big trees that you need a truck to move, okay? So they're the big plants. But again, the structure's the same. It's got the plant sizes at the top, 45 litre, 75 litre, all the way up to 1,000. It's got the plant names along the side. And it's got the plant costs through the table. So for instance, if we were after an Acer Boryginium at 45 litres, how much would that cost, just looking at price list?
$100.
Beautiful, exactly. And if we wanted a 100 litre pot instead, the same. Exactly. So that's how the table works. Okay. So we're going to do our learning activity today, and we're going to use those documents we've been through to actually fill out a quotation. So if we go to the red one, my learning activity, we'll go slide by slide. So my slides, as you'll see, are the same as your booklet. Okay. So let's have our booklet in front of us. Our red one. Okay. And let's have our blue one and our green one ready to go, and our orange one for that matter. We need them all, but just let them just be ready for them too. Thank you. Move this out of the way. Okay. So step 1 in preparing this quotation is to read through the request for quotation and project brief and highlight the critical project information. So if you grab your highlighters, choose your colour. Let's look at that first box, which is some project details. What do you think would be some important information in this particular top box that we need to know?
For this one? Or?
The top box. Yeah, sorry, this one here. Yeah. In order to make our quotation, the request from the client, it says, Burnham Council, the client, intend to implement the planting design proposal previously prepared for Thorn Park, Nickywood, which is the project site. Thorn Park is located at 72 James Street, Nickywood, which is located in Sydney. So having read that, what do you think are the key points?
The Burnham Council part, like that.
The client, perfect.
And the location.
The location, perfect. Absolutely. So do you want to highlight those two for a start? Gotcha. Is there anything else in there? Yep, the
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
Good.
The address, yeah.
What about the quote reference? Do you think that's important?
Yes.
Yes.
It is, because it will mean that when you're talking to suppliers or the clients, everyone will refer to BC001/21
Yep.
to make sure they're working off the same documents, okay? So good. So we've highlighted the critical parts. The next box said, Burnham Council requests a quote for the supply and delivery to site of the following plants. So they want supply and delivery to Thorn Park.
Mm-hmm.
Here they've given you a list of names of plants.
Yeah.
They've given you the quantities that they want
Mm-hmm.
and the size as well. Okay? So we've highlighted our critical information. Okay. Now, step 2, if you want to turn the page, because yours is the same. It says read through the Andreessen's Green wholesale price list and identify the location of the plant names, plant sizes and plant costs, which we've already spoken about. So we know that up the top we have the range.
Yep.
The plant names are on this size.
Yep.
The plant sizes are up the top.
Yep.
And we know that the costing is in the middle. So do you both understand how the table works?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, step 3. We're going to start our quotation by filling out the project details using the information from the request. So we'll start with our blue one. We'll go to our blue document, which is our quotation template. And we're just going to start by filling out the top details. So we've highlighted the bits that we know are important.
Yep.
So we'll go to those and we'll transfer them across.
Okay.
So project name. What do you think the name of this project is? Which is the same as the site, the name of the park.
That'll be Burnham Council.
That would be the client. So the name of the park
It's
is
Thorn Park.
Park. Yeah, so that's the name of the project we're working on, Thorn Park. Beautiful. And the project address.
Nicky Wood.
72? Yeah,
Oh, 72 James Street.
Yeah.
Nicky Wood, sorry.
that's right.
Is that a postcode?
I don't know what the postcode is for the made up Nicky Wood. Let's go with 2347.
2347 sounds good.
Excellent.
347.
It's very important. So the quote reference.
Is the BC001.
Exactly. So now we've got the request for quotation with the quote reference, and now we've got our quotation with the exact same quote reference.
Mm-hmm.
So the client will know that, yep, that's specifically what I asked for.
Yep.
Today's date, which is not Valentine's Day.
13th.
Yeah.
Second.
Mm-hmm. Anyone? And the client. Who's that client?
The Burnham
Burnham
Council.
Yeah. Great. So we've started our quotation already, just by transferring details across. So we're using the documents provided in order to prepare our quotation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good stuff. So the next thing we're going to do is just have a quick look at how we actually write up a quotation, and we've given an example in red. So quotations are typically set up like this. They'll have an item, which is a numbering system.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have a description of what the goods are. So in the case of my Ferrari, it would be item 1, 2015 blue Ferrari model 488.
Yep.
Quantity, might get 2, they're cheaper than Burns. So unit rate, so the unit is the unit of measurement. So for plants, it's just number of plants. For a slab of concrete, it would be in meters squared. And for like soil or something, it would be in meters cubed. But for a plant, it's just the number, so it's NO.
Yeah.
The rate, so this is the plant price that we've already seen in the table.
Yep.
And then the cost. And the cost is quite simply a it's a mathematical process. It's 2 times 1250, which is 2500.
So
So that's how the quotation process
Mhm.
works, and that's how you fill out the template.
Yep.
Okay. So let's find for the acer palmatum, which is what we're doing today, we are going to look for, in our request for quotation, how many acer palmatums they're after. So,
7.
yeah, they're after 7. And what size are they after?
45 litre.
Okay, so the idea is that we go to our plant price list, look for a 45 litre acer palmatum and get its price. Now, if you remember, there are 2 different ranges in this price list. There's the smaller pots at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 45 litre to 1,000 litre pots
Yep.
from page 13 onwards.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So, what's the price of a 45 litre acer palmatum?
100 plus.
Beautiful.
Sarah letting you.
Just give me
No,
a sec.
okay.
Because you've already begged me too much.
Okay.
So here we are. We've found the correct plant, the acer palmatum.
Mm-hmm.
We know its size is 45 litre and the cost is $100, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to insert the cost into the quotation. So let's follow the example, and I can show you here how it's been done. So we're going to use the same numbering system. So 1.2 would be the next one. Okay, now let's look at the description. The example in the description, it says supply 400 litre trees including 2 times Ficus rubiginosus. So for a 45 litre tree, what do you think we might write? So if we're writing for a 400 litre tree, we'd have to write supply 400 litre trees including. What would we write for a 45 litre tree?
Supply 45 litres.
Exactly, supply 45 litre trees including. Beautiful. And then underneath it said what we wanted, 2 times Ficus rubiginosa. So in your case, for an acer palmatum, how many was it?
7.
Yeah, 7 times acer palmatum. So the spelling of acer palmatum is in there. Well done.
We put 7 as. Oh, it's got 7 there.
Yeah. So then our quantity obviously is 7.
Yep.
Our unit of measurement, we know with plants now, is number.
Yep.
We know the cost from the price
$100.
list, which
Yeah.
is, yeah.
$100. Yeah.
So what's the total price for that particular plant?
$700.
Good. Right, and that's how we fill out our quotation.
Okay.
Okay? Right. So, now you guys get to choose 2 plants from the request for quotation that you'd like to supply and fill out the form.
Okay.
So it can be any 2 plants that you like from the request.
Oh, we're telling you, or we're just going to do it?
You can, yeah, you can start. You don't have to tell me. It's up to you.
Okay.